Well, good morning, everyone. I would like to welcome you once again. Welcome to the 21st YGA Summit. It was last time in this hall, 19th YGA Summit, and we had an extraordinary 2 years. But no matter how tired we were and waking up to an unknown every morning, we never lost our way to get stronger. So, while I was preparing the beginning part of this speech, I received a video and I said, yes, this is exactly what I meant to simply tell this morning. We just edited a part, and I do apologize for the technical parts because this is not my specialty. This is the video.
About climate injustice. No action is too small.
We just have to band together as a community and get people's lives back.
Even as we grieved, we grew, that even as we hurt, we hoped, that even as we tired, we tried, that we'll forever be tied together, victorious. We cannot keep quiet about...
Well, this is a very short clip. There are 3 things which I saw on this video: believing, having hope, and coming together once again for a better world. And after 2 years, we're so happy, glad that we came together. Welcome once again. Let me talk about myself. I'm YGA. A decade ago, I was a third-year high school student. I was in this hall, sitting on these seats, and I remember I had huge eyes. And I was really questioning whether this day was real, and it was one of the special days of my life, and then became a volunteer. And then I studied business administration at Boğaziçi University, and I had volunteering time of more than 3,000 hours. And then I graduated in digital e-commerce industry. I was still volunteering for YGA projects on my weekends and in my spare time. I could tell you that this decade, the volunteers I met at YGA, the dream partners, the volunteers, the role models, shaped and changed my dreams from simply great dimension. And then 6 months ago, I switched to another position, not volunteering, but volunteering at, not volunteering, only on weekends, and simply working for YGA. And 6 months ago, I started to work as the communication department head of YGA, and Professor Doğan, who passed away, and he always would say that, dear Doğan, Professor Doğan would say that, well, happy who they are able to find the blessing of their heart, and I was able to find that as well. And even my parents, they were questioning, well, YGA is growing so fast, what's behind it? And I took a point of explaining it to them. Mom, Dad, there is only one thing. Young people who are searching for a better world and trying to find a meaning. But when we go onto the street and look at the other people, as well as young in search of a meaning, people who don't smile, people who are stressed, who are without hopes and depressed, and these are young people who are angry. Well, actually, young people is like a water, a very clear water, which should be flowing immensely, as we could see in this chart. And when you look at this one, the youth is like this huge impact, that clear and high-speed waterfall. However, it is filled with depression, it's simply hopelessness, and it is going downwards, and it is wasted. Well, we were thinking, we have been talking about this internally as a team for many months. Let's do something to change the direction of this water. And actually we have it. We have, you see the water, you know, these water arches, but the water wheels, we don't see those, right? Water wheels were a solution with the technology of 700 years ago. It takes the water from the bottom and then it turns and makes it flow onto the top part. So it is indeed preventing the wasting of the water and also making sure that the water is distributed to the most remote parts of the city. Well, you know, when I saw that, I was very touched. A wise person, a philosopher who saw this picture with the inspiration they got from this picture. If this were a poem, what would that be? Do you have any idea? I take the water from the bottom and I turn and I simply pour it to the bottom, to the top, and see what I have been suffering from, and I'm moaning because I have problems. Yunus Emre wrote Dertli Dolap 700 years ago. And actually, this is completely something which changed my perspective on having problems or trying to come up with a solution to the problems in terms of getting troubled or complaining. And it has now given me a complete perspective, no longer complaining or whining, but trying to find a solution to the problems suffered by all of the humanity. And Yunus Emre was a great wise person, and UNESCO announced this year as the International Year of Yunus Emre, the 700th anniversary of Yunus Emre, and this marks a special occasion for us as YGA. We designed so many great notions for this year, and I would like to give you a gist of what is awaiting us. So maybe you know that the theme of this year is let's see the upside down and upside. So science, art, sports, entrepreneurship, business, which are rather different disciplines, and people who are the double wing role models who are seeing or trying to see the upside and the good part. And as you could see over here, the new success impact, the new solution prediction, the new harmony, art and science, the new influencer, good influencers, we have those people among us. Under these themes, we're going to be hearing very striking and impressive speeches. And the young people and the volunteers are probably already very active, I know that. And we are on Discord for days. It has been immense activity over there. So for these 2 days, you can ask your questions, and the dream partners and the volunteers, we can get to one another and feel one another more on the digital scene. So we have another thing which we are doing for the first time with our digital partner TikTok, and we are carrying the digital summit spirit to TikTok as well. We have the hashtag YGA, look at the good, and with small actions we would like to invite everyone to show that they could make a difference in the world. And you are all kindly invited to TikTok YGA movement. And last but not least, we have a great surprise, and I'm looking forward to this bit. At 12:30, Fazıl Say and Jamal Aliyev are going to be putting up a special concert for YGA. I'm sure it's going to be rather difficult to leave screens, but still, just simply in case, put it on your alarm clock. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Thanks to our dream partner, we started to work with İKSV. Esra Eczacıbaşı made it happen. And with the support of the Netherlands Consulate General of Istanbul, with the inspiration of Yunus Emre, we are going to have a collective digital work for the first time. And happy they who are trying to find a solution to the problems. And without further ado,